Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Movie Club. And we've got a big one. A big one. A cinematic event by every definition of the word. Yeah. Bro, I saw it in Dolby. I was not gonna deal with the fist fight of trying to get 70 mil film tickets, even though there's one 10 minutes for me. I wasn't about to do that shit. I had Oppenheimer break on me too many times. Yeah. So I think if I had had a better experience with Oppenheimer, by the way, it's AJ and Mike. We're talking the Odyssey. Um, if I had had a better experience with Oppenheimer, probably would have gone for the 70 mil film. I don't think I missed out on much. I mean the Dolby Vision screens are they're not the big IMAX screens, but they're damn near close. They're a little bit smaller than like the digital IMAX screens. So if you have a Dolby theater near you, and you're like, oh, I wish I could see, you know, a different format, go find a Dolby theater. I mean, there's only 20 70 mil theaters in the US. There were stories on the news around me of people driving like 7 hours. Remote work was a bad idea. The fact that people could be doing their job while somebody's driving them 7 hours to go see a 3 hour movie. Yeah, if you were doing a 14-hour day to just see a movie, A, get your priorities in check, and B, I don't know, have kids. Like, there's more to life than a movie. I don't know. Like, yeah. That being said, the Odyssey was a lot. Did you read the Odyssey in high school? Okay, we've been having this discussion at work. There is a clear line of people that interacted with it in high school and people that didn't. And it's like one person did, and then the person that's like a year below them in school didn't. So that is the clear line of like, yeah, yeah. It's like, and now it's no longer part of the criterion. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Oh, it wasn't even, you know, needing to understand ancient, poetry. It was understanding literary devices that started with Homer and Well, the Odyssey's only one. The Odyssey and the Iliad are two different poems. There's 12 poems. Only two of them have been translated, the Iliad and the Odyssey. So, now granted, they're massive. It's not like, um, they're both damn long books. But, yeah, it's interesting that. My reference to the Odyssey was having interacted with it in high school. Now, granted, that was 13 years ago. At the absolute least, it's probably closer to 15 years ago. And also kind of the legacy of Homer's works. So, yeah, I hadn't interacted with the Odyssey. We'll call it 15 years. Actually sat down and interacted with it. There's Oh Brother Where Art Thou is very loosely based on the Odyssey. So I guess if we want to include that, then it would be a year or so. I think before that, it would have been, I think I saw Troy. So, yeah, Troy's different, but also it's, if we're talking like interacting with Homeric works, then that would have been probably the last two things. Yeah. I think this is the part of it is there is there's a cult around Nolan. Right. So he is a director. It's like him, Tarantino, um Michael Mann had it for a while, where their movies do well just because their name's attached. So they can explore a little bit of the kind of wackier shit. And I'll be honest, I think the reason that the Odyssey succeeded was people saw Nolan's history with Dunkirk and Oppenheimer and went, okay, dude can handle like historical settings. Yeah. Especially, I mean, people most know him for, the Batman movies or Inception. Yeah. Right. Yeah, there's the I think Dunkirk was a great kind of entry point for Nolan to know he can handle the Odyssey. And I say that because Dunkirk is a film that it's three different storylines happening at once. I think it's three. It's three or four. Yeah. Uh, it's 7. Is it 7 minutes, 7 hours, 7 days? I think something like that. So it showed, I think, both himself and moviegoers that, okay, if somebody's going to juggle storylines and make it make sense, you know, Tarantino can juggle storylines, but it's pretty easy to get lost. And whereas Nolan's like, hey, these events are chunked out. So yeah. Yeah. Of the post Troy interactions, so the 10 years that Odysseus was lost at sea effectively, what sequence did you find A, the most interesting, and B, the most unsettling? Xerxes? I think his adaptation of it, yes. The the actual story of the Cyclops is way more unsettling. Um, yeah, like the in the Odyssey, Odysseus tells the Cyclops that his name effectively means nothing. Yeah. So when but what they don't show is there's more Cyclops. So the Cyclops that they end up attacking runs off trying to warn the other Cyclops, like, hey, there's shit going on. And they ask who's attacking him, and he says, well, nobody's attacking me. Um, there's, I think, 2 or 3 different translations where people identify it as like, oh, you're hubris, like the Cyclops hubris is attacking him. Trying to get a little deeper into it. Yeah, I mean I think the fact that you only see the one kind of, it changes all of that. Like only having one Cyclops means you don't have to have Odysseus tell the Cyclops what his name is. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is we only see the one interaction. Yeah. I mean, Xerxes. Okay, Xerxes wasn't unsettling because I roughly remembered it. Yeah. Um, I thought the most impressive was the battle with the giants. The battle with you know. Well, when you watch it and you start going, oh, they're doing the whole thing where the forest is closing in on Odysseus's crew. Like that's what I say impressive. Like like, oh, they're actually doing the thing of to show them getting kind of turned around and lost. Literally, the forest is closing in on them. To me, the most unsettling was the uh, the journey to Iceland and the the horde, the army of the dead. Not in the like traditional sense of unsettling, but just like when you factor in the visuals of like, yeah, yeah, which yeah, um, that that seems pretty good. It just shows you how lost Odysseus got. He went from Troy, which is Greece is ish. He ends up in Scandinavia and Iceland. Like, bro, just ramshot of the Strait of Gibraltar or fucking like went up the Rhine or did something wrong, right? Like, so I they're not. Yeah. I mean the support ships, yeah, those were tiny. Um but having I didn't go, but my mom went to Norway about 5 or 6 years ago. Um and saw some of those traditional ocean going Viking vessels. And so there's some like idea of roughly how big they are. Those things are massive. They're like 50 foot long. They're like 15 foot wide. They are just tanks. Um, it's also why they were able to build a Trojan horse out of a ship, right? Like they dismantle one ship to build the Trojan horse. Anything about the Trojan horse, that thing was 25, 30 foot tall, probably minimum. Oh, I mean, it would have been dead simple. It's a pretty easy set to build. Yeah, but there's only the guys that you can see on the screen, right? Like there's maybe 10 people in there, not 50. I wouldn't say quickly. I mean it was the sirens when he really like lost the crew. I mean, there was the minor revolt leading into Xerxes, and then Odysseus saving them kind of gets the crew back, but then it is the sirens like because I mean they say it straight up, right? Like Odysseus knew Either the whole crew dies or 6 people die. It's immediately right after the sirens. Um, which they don't spend enough time on the sirens. Can I just say that? Like, oh well, that's literally just that thing comes down and kills 6 people, and that's it. Um, yeah, they don't do a great introduction to it. You you know there's something that is going to kill 6 guys because we've seen that after they go to hell. Yeah, it's like, hey, there's the whirlpool where everyone dies, or there's the other path where 6 die, and take your pick. Right? People are going to die. How do you want to handle this, basically? And then that's the that's the time where they try to revolt, realize that they're fucked up, realize that they fuck up, and that Odysseus was trying to be right, and then it all goes sideways. Um, yeah. Well, it's the sun god, so that would be yeah, it's Zeus's flock on the sun god's island. God, I forget my Greek. Yes, yes, yeah, I think it's Ares. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was the moment where Odysseus goes, "All right, like I can't. I've lost you guys. Fucking have fun, right?" Um, yeah. I assume he's eating fish or yeah. I remember this isn't epic. This isn't historical fact. So yeah, yeah. Like they reference it with Xerxes, right? Like, oh, the crew's gonna go try to find food. You find something, and I thought that was a great way to showcase what Xerxes was all about when he kills what he thinks is a deer and it ends up being a man. And so then that's when you realize, oh, these guys are screwed. And they're never coming back. But then Odysseus saves them, and yeah. Yeah, they're all wanderers. They're all travelers, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I love how much Norse shit is in this. Um A, because I am, and B, it is such an under talked about, under discussed culture. the witches, the god, like all that stuff. Like obviously, I'd say uh, it's fantastical. It's not Norse. Um, there's pre pre monotheistic religions. We as a human people developed around the world more or less the same religious slash like um deity views of gods for seasons, gods for items, things like that. So there is a lot of, oh, this is like X or a Y throughout that. And therefore, kind of the modern interpretation of a lot of that stuff is, especially stuff based in Europe, kind of blended together. But yeah, it was pretty sweet. The the one thing this lacks that every Nolan movie lacks. There's no fucking. Odysseus was laying pipe. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, you were on the beach of Troy for 10 years. It's only dudes. I'm getting to it. It's only dudes. You have this massive victory. There's a hint, although they kill her right away. There's a hint that like maybe one of the soldiers is gonna sexually assault a woman in Troy, but they kill her right away, so that's pretty quickly quelled. Um, oh no, like dude, it is straight up. They kill everyone, and they spend way more time with the sirens in the Odyssey. In B, Odysseus and Calypso are like an item on that island. And there's like I get it, right? It would have made you hate Odysseus. But that's the idea. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like this whole thing starts with, oh, Agamemnon's doing his own thing. We got a few years. Oh yeah. Well, it wasn't a big deal until yeah, they start saying Ithaca is a kingdom. Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of this film goes in with a lot of assumptions. Oppenheimer did the same thing. Dunkirk did the same thing. Uh, yeah, Tenet's such a mind fuck that whatever. Right. Yeah, if they had said because Agamemnon's not the king. He he is a general of the king's army. Yeah. I mean, technically, Agamemnon is a king as well. Like he's a king of his, or was a king. Um, yeah. I mean, it's a republic, right? Like, I think if you understand American politics, it's yeah. Odysseus is like a governor, effectively, right? And or he's more of a mayor, and then Agamemnon's like yeah, Agamemnon's like a governor, and then there's a president or a king over them. Yeah, they don't do a great job of giving you an idea of how big Ithaca is. There's, I think it's 12 suitors, and then a lot of travelers that are a lot of people that are what we would call vagabonds, but they know, oh, Ithaca doesn't have a sitting king, and in this interpretation, under Greek law, only the head of the household can kick us out. Yeah, I mean they hide a lot of that behind Zeus's law, right? Like anyone could be a god. Yeah, but yeah, I mean obviously this all leads up to Odysseus just going on a rampage. Um, well, yeah, you. I mean, John Leguizamo literally asks Odysseus, "Why do you do that?" And he goes, "It's a battle, not a hunt. It's a battle." He's yeah, because I mean, you're kind of told like, "Oh, this guy's cunning," and he leads this like surprise attack on Troy, and that's what eventually gets Troy to fall. And then he's in his own house, and it's like, oh, he's letting them know that he's back. And the I laughed out loud in this movie one time for a very specific reason. there is that shot of Odysseus walking out of the hunter's hut, or the fixed eyes hut, John Leguizamo's house, and there's supposed to be this deep guttural roar, like kind of note, like uh, percussion or something like that. It was rattling the drop ceiling in my theater, so it was just, it was just all you heard were the tiles moving back and forth. So I was laughing because I knew what they were doing, but I'm like, this is hilarious. And then obviously they go on to do what they do, but there was that. Also, this movie does the same thing. I don't know what it is with Nolan movies. I think it started with Dunkirk. Yeah, it did, didn't it? We're like, where all of a sudden there's just like washed out audio after some of this stuff, and you're like, that's really weird. And then it immediately jumps into like clear, so it's just weird. And I mean, obviously, this is the first movie he's done where they're not switching cameras back and forth. So there's some of that where it's like, okay, is this a result of them using the IMAX cameras, using the Keeley cameras, or what? But then you're reminded, like, no, dude, this is just his shit. Like, for whatever reason, IMAX dialogue just sounds washed the fuck out. Well, yeah, the Keeley's own IMAX. So, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I saw it on. Yeah, I saw it on a Monday night at 6:15, and there were a lot of empty seats. Um, yeah, yeah. This movie's made its money back. They'll be fine. Yeah. So, absolutely. See this in whatever the biggest format you can is. Don't go out of your way to go hunting down 70 mil film. I talked to somebody at work that saw it in 70 mil film, and he's like, it was a great experience, but I don't think it is required, is what he said. So, if you can, do it. If if based on your availability, you can only see it in a regular theater, see it in a regular theater. You're not missing out on much. Like, it's not like Nolan shot stuff uh with the IMAX in mind, so there's information that would be cropped out. All the information will be on whatever screen you see it on. It's just if you see it on a bigger screen, you'll get more of like the loneliness at times. The broadness, I guess, is the best way to put it. So, yeah. Yeah. Next time.